Today, our champion, Gary Casey of Fitchburg, Massachusetts, faces the challenge of Joe Tavernese of Lynn, Massachusetts on Candlepin bowling. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Candlepin Bowling. I'm Don Gillis, and as always, we're glad you could join us here at the Fairway in Natick, Massachusetts for 3 strings of Candlepin bowling, total pinfall determining our winner. Each will take home a permanent souvenir provided by the Ace Trophy Company of Boston. Each will take home some guaranteed prize money. $700 goes to the winner, $350 goes to the runner-up, $50 available to the winner of each string, and if they tie, of course, we would split that at $25 apiece. Both of these guys know about other bonus money. Most of you do also, but I'll remind you as the program goes along. Okay, this is the one you have been waiting for, the rematch, huh? The championship show, the True Value Championship show, was a 2-stringer, you remember. Joe Tavernese won the first string. Gary Casey came back and won it all. So these are the 2 guys who are here today. Come on, let's meet these 2 guys. Joseph, come here. Ever since that show, we have had some folks who have written us and said we were being very unfair to you because we made you bowl 3 strings before you ever had to face him. Now, would you explain, please?
Okay, it wasn't unfair at all. He goes, it's the format of bowling up the ladder is much more better than the way it used to be, because this way here, it doesn't matter it matters what spot you come in. If you come in first, second, or third, at least you're guaranteed that money. The other way, if you came in second,
you had a chance to be bumped out right off the bat.
Exactly. And it doesn't really matter. If it was meant to be for me to win, I would have won it. You know, it wasn't, I had to get tied at the end, but still, Gary bowled great, and that's just the way it turned out, so.
And,
really good.
And you guys are accustomed to bowling 5 strings and 10
all
strings
the time.
at a time, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, now, as I say, he crept up on you in that first string, as you remember, and made you think a little bit, because the pressure was on you then after...
It was on. I just started taking more time, concentrating a little more, and breaks came, and I picked up the spares, and...
And the 148th final
that helped.
Yeah.
That helped.
Yeah. What a day you had with that noontime show and the other one. But Joe's had a ton of those. You know, you've been watching for a long time. Very familiar face. Yes. Okay, listen, good luck. I'm not going to waste any more time. We want to get to this bowling, and we'll get to it right after this. Joe Tavernese leading off on lane 2 here at the Fairway. He leaves 1, 2, and 4. Waiting for a little wood to settle down. So Joe begins with a spare. That one went a little left. Just 4. And that one went a little right. And there are still 3 there. And he makes a 10. Our defending champion, Gary Casey. Held that a little too long. It went cross lane. Got the 4 horsemen left side, plus the 5 and 8 with wood in back of the 5. Again, he went a little too far to the right. Being the left-hander, that means obviously he's holding it just a little longer than he should as he swings the arm forward. 9. So close to a hammer, he left the 5. And a spare. for Joe Tavernese. Two full on the head pin. One pin less than a spread eagle leave. He's left the 3 on the right, just 2 on the left. Still 4 pins standing. And there are still 3 standing, so it turns out to be a 7 box. Gary Casey working on a spare. Big 9 drop, and he's got the 10 pin to pick up, which, being a left-hander, would seem to be the easier of the corner pins to pick up. And he gets it. So he has 2 in a row. Full on the head pin. He's got number 2 pin rocking, but it's going to stay up with the 2, 4, 7 on the left and the 6 pin on the right. Still rocking back and forth, but I don't think it's going to tumble. He missed it. They are still there. Nine for 53 after 4 boxes of the first string. It is right now Casey 53 and Tavernese 47. He's too full on the head pin, almost a spread eagle, leaves 3 on the left and 2 on the right. The 2 on the right are the 6 and 10. The other 3 are obvious. And he gets the 2, 4, 7 on the left, and he rolls it across and gets the 6. Only the 10 still standing. To 10. Joe made his first appearance on our program back on December 12th, 1977. Right through an empty spot, so he still has the 4 horsemen right side plus the 4 and 7. It's a 4 box. Gary Casey, of course, made his first appearance on our program last August 17th, when he beat Billy Standley, 369, 353, and rolled 3 strikes in a row in doing it. He's got a spare. Then he beat John Miller when he rolled a 462 and moved all the way to top seed for the True Value show. And as we have already mentioned, in the 2-string roll-off for the championship, he defeated Joe Tavernese. Almost 2 strikes in a row. Last week he defeated Peter Flynn, 391, 375. Spare in the last box. Gave him the 9. Now he has another. Joe Tavernese up after throwing a 4 box. Ten pin over on the right with wood. 4 and 7 on the left with basically 1 usable piece of wood. He wants to get them all, so he's looking, deciding, and he got 4 and 10, but not 7. A 10. hole that time, leaving 2-4-3-6. Al Gilio, as usual, keeping score on the electronic scoreboard. Gary Casey. We have Isaac Laughinghouse, who is taking care of the big board, and Ralph Stewart is just now walking down to take a look at a piece of wood that is, yes, falling into the gutter and is being cleared. Now Gary's looking at 1 and 7. And he missed it, as if you didn't know by the crowd reaction. For 10. Don Riley is our statistician and coordinator. And, of course, Phil Rubin is our producer and director. Our crew today, Kevin McSheffrey, Ken Sullivan, Chris O'Hare, and Skip Peabody. And in post-production videotape, tall and slender and blonde George Ellard. I made him sound like a movie star, didn't I? Joe has a strike. Had to wait because of the 4-pin. Didn't know whether it was going to go or not. That puts him at 90 in the 9. Eight on the first. And a chance now to get a spare because he's looking at 4 and 7. And he has it. 110 plus. And how about that? Yes, that's worth $50 both ways. That's actually worth $100. 50 for the 3 marks and 50 for winning the string maybe. We'll have to wait for the other 50 to see whether or not it'll happen. Gary Casey has something to say about that. He gets 8, and he has a spare leave. Actually, he's already passed Joe. He missed the spare leave, but it doesn't matter as far as winning the string is concerned. That's 128, which of course is already more than Joe's 120, and a box to go. Another spare leave, this time 4 and 7. Made it. $138. And a strike on top of that. So a fine 148, and congratulations from Joe Tavernese to Gary Casey, who wins the first string 148 to 120. One of those side saddle triangles. This one is made up of the 2, 5, 8 with wood in front of it. I think everybody expected that was going to go, but just the number 1 pin went. A 9. The 2 pin is the only one up. He made it. Fair in the second. Joe Tavernese, his league average is 125. Gary Casey's is 126. He's got a triangle over on the right-hand side. This is made up of the 6, 9, and 10. No, take it back. It was 3, 5, and 6. But he made it. Eight down. It's the 3 and the 6. And he's got it. So Joe begins the middle string with a pair of spares. Comparing their high singles, Casey's is 203, Tavernese 207. And Gary Casey fires a strike. Two fulls, spread eagle. Right down the gut, where there were no pins. He left just the corners, 7 and 10. Gary Casey is married, father of 4, and employed by Rockport Shoe. And Joe Tavernese is married, father of 2, Joe and Jolene, and he's the manager of the post office lanes in Lynn. Six is the fill, and he's looking at 4 horsemen left side with wood in between the 4 and the 7. 2 full on the head pin. Ten. A strike. So, as we take a check on the scoreboard in the middle string after 4 boxes, 2 bonus balls still to be thrown by Joe Tavernese. And he then is leading in pins already down, 54-51. The 5th box of the middle string, halfway through, Gary Casey. And our defending champion right now is looking at 1, 2, 7, and 10. Two full, taking out just the head pin. And he left all three standing for a 7-box. Comparing two more of their statistics, Joe's high triple is 484, Gary's high triple is 407. Joe's roll-off score for 5 strings was 691. Gary's was 682. Two, 4, 5, and 7 with Wood rolling up on the long side to the right side of the 5, now rolling away again, and also the 10-pin. No, the corners are still full. He just cleaned them up for a 10. Joe Tavernese, at the moment, working on a strike and a chance to, because he's opposite a 7 and a 10, so he has a good shot at cutting into Gary's lead. Eight on that first ball, and the two that are left, 1 and 2. Even those of you who cannot see know that he made that one, you can tell. Thin hit, missed the head pin. He has left 1, 2, 4, and 8, and the 6 and 10 with no wood. That was number 1 being chopped out of there. Still 5 pins there. So not too much profit there because he has rolled a 7-box. He had it cut down to 8, now it's 11. One, 2, 4. Gone. Missed the head pin, but did get 5. No wood to help. 4 horsemen left side and the 9-pin. Tough shot to convert. He got it. A piece of wood came back and got the head pin which he had missed. He has the 3 and the 7. 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of wood. Just missed the 7. Oh, the lead for Gary up to 16. Joe again missed the head pin, so he's looking at 1, 2, and 9. Nope. Missed the head pin again. $10. Now Gary Casey with a chance to add to that 16-pin lead because he's filling a spare, and also a chance to pick up some bonus money since he has 2 in a row. $8, leaving 9 and 10. There's a piece of wood, actually 2 pieces of wood, one on each side of the 9, almost perpendicular to himself. And obviously, he does not waste the opportunity to take the one that was between the 9 and 10 and kick it over to get the 10 while he was taking it out. 3 marks in a row, another $50 in bonus money. Make that $100 in bonus money. He is just finishing up big here. He's at 131 and 2 to throw. Two full that time on the head pin. Got 5. 3, 6, 10 on the right, 2 and 4 on the left. Got 9 more. 140. Big 140, and Joe's at 105 right now with 2 boxes to go. Four horsemen left side, and on the opposite corner, the 10-pin. There is one piece of wood rolling, rolling, now staying behind the 4 horsemen. Ooh, what he wanted to do was just tick the right side of the number 1 and kick it over. Now he went for the pocket and got... Well, he left the 4 and the 10. 10 wasn't touched at all. The 4 was rocked. One, 2, 4, 8, plus the 6 and 10. Made it! Pretty spare. Now he wants a big fill if he can get it. And he missed the head pin again. Got 6 more. 129. So another $50 in bonus money will go to Gary Casey for being the winner of the middle string by a score of 140 to 129. And in total, after 2, it is defending champion Gary Casey 288 and challenger Joe Tavernese 3rd string, and challenger Joe Tavernese leads it off. Got a split. Still has 3 pins standing. Goes for the 2 on the left and settles for a 9 box. Joe's league average is 125, and he's been bowling just about that with a 120 first and a 129 second, so he's just 1 pin shy of his average, but Gary Casey's been exceeding his. Tough split, 8 and 10. he deserved to have that go. That was the shot that only an experienced veteran bowler would try, and he almost made it. Moving a piece of wood across. It was beautifully done. It would have gotten a great hand if it had worked. Joe, of course, has made 15 regular appearances on our program and had finished third in the 1987 True Value show. Gary Casey. Gary has a split, the 7 over on the left and over on the right, 6 and 10. Good try. He tried to whip a piece off the sidewall and go over, and it almost got there, but then went in the pit. It's a 9. Four horsemen left side, and in back of them, the 5 and 8. Is he going to get any more? No, he's left 2. The 2 and the 5. It's a 9. Joe Tavernese coming up. Joe has rolled 400 3 times, or better than 400, I should say. 3 times on our program. Spread eagle. This year's 440. He's a former NBA state singles, doubles, mixed team, and all events champion. Is it going to be? It is. It is a strike. So after 3 frustrating boxes, trailing by 39 pins as he started the 3rd string, he finally puts some black on the board. Gary Casey. And Gary almost answered with a strike. He's left 1 pin standing. It's a spare. Again, he leaves just 1 pin standing. This time it's the 6th pin. The other was the 9. That was almost knocked over by the breeze. He just barely touched it. All right, Joe Tavernese is working on a strike, and Joe wants to start a streak here. First one gets everything down except the 6 pin. There is a piece of wood that's kind of on a difficult angle, but I think he can get it. Yes, he does. As long as he went to the right side of it and just nudged it over. If you can visualize, the piece was lying almost perpendicular and to the right side of that 6 pin. 2 full on the head pin. Got a little more action. It total is 7. And he has a chance to convert the 3, 6, and 10. And he does. So 3 marks in a row, $50 in bonus money for Joe Tavernese. Gary Casey with a chance for some bonus money. He has 2 marks in a row. Good chance. He's got 8 down, and he's looking at the 2 and 7 with 2 pieces of wood in front of the 2. He has to be careful that he doesn't take out just the 2 and leave the 7. The way they're set up, it's almost as if they will sweep the 2 into the pit and possibly miss the 7 unless he can hit it just right. Waiting. And the wood rolling in the back, of course, is what he's waiting for. Now, that's what we were talking about. It looked like the 2 would go, and it would be perhaps difficult, the way the wood was set up, to get both the 2 and the 7. Now he has a 7 for a 10. Gary has a big lead right now, but of course Joe still has 4 boxes to go, and he is working on a spare. So whomever is the winner will be facing next week's challenger, who will be making his first appearance. Bob Pereira of Amesbury. One, 7, and 8, and he made it. All right, Joe has 3 in a row. He got 9. He has just the 5 pin to pick up. He's got it. 4 in a row. Another $50 in bonus money. Another 9-pin drop. The 2 pin to pick up. Oh, he missed it. Big miss. Big miss. There it is for a 10. But a big miss. Gary Casey fills his spare with 7. He has 5, 8, and 10. 5, 9, and 10. Got the 5 and 9, but the 10 is still there. Nine. The lead with 3 boxes to go, 26. Spread eagle. That time he went a little too far. He needs a 112 in order to break 400. He, as you know, he had a 288 after 2. So it's a 6 box. But with 2 boxes to go, pretty sure that he will, obviously, get into the 400s. Now Joe Tavernese with his last two. 1, 2, and 9. 1, 2, and 9. Oh, he got the 1, 2, but couldn't get the 9. It's tough, I'll tell you, because you split those two. One goes on each side of it. It's a 10. 124. Spread eagle, just what he did not want. Took out the 2. Now he'll go for the 3 on the right. He's got them. And a fine 132. Now Gary Casey for 400. Needs 10 more. And 8. Needs 7. 7 pins for an extra $100. He's got 5 of them. Right now at $398. That's it. $405. $405 and an extra $100 in bonus money. And Joe Tavernese gets us 50 for winning the 3rd string. Okay, it's, excuse me, 403. Well, I'm glad I have Al Giglio with his electronic scoreboard right beside me. I don't know what that nun who taught me mathematics back at Holy Family would think. Fine. And we have $150 in here. Phil Rubin has reminded me that maybe I'm confusing some folks, and I'm not surprised because I confuse a lot of people. But anyway, when I'm telling you 1 card per day, I don't mean that you can only send in 1 card, period. It's just 1 card per day. That allows you, obviously, in a month of 30 days to send in 30 cards. Please be sure that it's on a postcard, and then it goes in this barrel here. And we just keep adding $50 every time we don't have anybody who comes close. And by coming close, that would be within 10 either side, for example, of the 784. Then when we do have a winner, then we dump them out and we start all over again at $50. Here's the address to send it to after you include your name and address and your guess. Candlepin Bowling, WCBB-TV, 5 TV Place, Needham, Massachusetts, and the zip is 02192. All right. And the other thing, of course, is that even if you're nowhere near that 784 either side of it, the card I draw today, that person will receive a handsome gift from the Parker Pen Company. All right, let's mix them up and see if we have anybody who's going to win $150 today. That's enough. We're down in the corner here somewhere. 784, so 774, let's see. This one comes from Weymouth, Massachusetts. Lillian G. Nelson, her guess is 767. So next week it's going to be worth $200. Now the thing that has really been growing here is the high-low jackpot. We are up to 1,075. 3 little pins. That's what you had to do, hit the head pin. Two-thirds of it. Yeah, okay. Come on over here, Joe, if you would. Stand over here, please. Al, I accidentally stopped my watch, so will you give me the time, please? Thank you. All right, because I'd want to run over, you know. I mean,
okay. Don't blame me.
Okay. You get the smaller trophy,
Yeah.
and you've got so many of them up on the shelf right now, but I know that they do have significance, however.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure.
$350 plus $200, and now you owe him $2, huh?
Yeah, right. I owe him $2 now. Gonna wait a long time though to get back on now.
Well, you son of a gun. You mean you're not going to be back on our championship show, huh?
No, not this year. I guess.
Well,
no, I'm sure we'll be back again.
Okay, good.
Gary, both good.
Gary, you get $300 in bonus plus $700. Not a bad way to make a living, huh?
No, great.
All right, and we'll see you next week. A one-time bowler is going to. He might be a little intimidated. I'm not sure. You'll be sure to see us too, will you? Don Gillis with the whole crew. Bye-bye, everybody. Here's a special announcement. There'll be no show next week due to some special weekend programming. So we'll see you in 2 weeks for the next edition of Candlepin Bowling.